I don't see our picture though. Sound settings. You're set up. Leave something to be desired.
Well, normally I unplug this.
I know, but when I asked
They're
you if
listening
you're
to you, by the way.
set up.
I was. I just hadn't changed that.
Okay.
Crazy cool.
I can't. They'll get it so we can see the video. I mean, see us. Okay. There. Yes, I can see me now. Yes, we're here.
I can see me.
Happy Howl-o-ween, everybody!
Do we normally hear anything when we're in here?
Huh?
I said, do we normally hear anything?
What would we hear?
I don't know, ourselves.
No. We don't normally hear ourselves.
Greetings, Cole, says the OSU Brainiac.
Yes.
That implies that he sees us.
Yes, he does. He probably
sees the day.
You have. Look, you're almost off camera, so you have to really.
So
Look. Yep.
Sees the day.
These two chairs are not compatible. I can
Don't
hear
say that.
you and
I
the
could have
fan.
gotten the other one.
I know, but you didn't.
And the fan. Oh, that's the fan from your computer.
No, it isn't. That's a fan from your computer, Corey.
Ooh.
My fan doesn't do anything.
The computer must have been on too long this morning.
Huh, tisk.
It's not that hot.
Video and audio are go, go, go. Well, good. Anyway, happy Howl-o-ween, everybody. Welcome to another live stream.
Howl-o-ween.
Yeah, okay, fine. You can do that.
How about that?
It is good to have fans. It's good to see you people, even if we don't actually see
yes, our fan club. It keeps our computers
Good
cool.
afternoon, or whatever time it is for wherever you are, yes.
In fact, that window could be open and this fan could be on.
Huh?
I'm overheated.
You're overheated. Well, you could take off your overshirt.
I could, and show off my undershirt.
The undershirt that they can't really see because the
But they
camera's
won't,
too high.
because all they see is black. Black.
Yes.
Black.
That's okay. You're not appropriately dressed anyway.
I am. I'm dressed with doggies. I wore my doggy shirt.
Okay. Even if those doggies are Snoopies, yes.
They're all Snoopies. Well, Snoopy and his friends.
Snoopy and his relatives,
Yes.
I think.
What's the name of the
I don't remember any of them.
Sucky?
I don't know.
Sucky?
I don't. All right. I saw your mention about VOD extraction in the Patreon, so I made sure both the last stream and the one before were made available to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I've been really lazy and just have not gotten around to watching the videos.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to figure out how to transfer my emails that all disappeared when I changed service providers, and try to figure out how to get them from one IMAP to a different one. There are confusing instructions that I've seen.
Oh, they will fill your Google Drive. We'll have to find a way to get them off your Google Drive and into ours. Because we use Google Drive all the time.
We do.
For everything, yes.
And I pay tens of thousands of dollars every month to have extra space.
Do you?
No.
I didn't think so.
But maybe I should.
Maybe. But, yeah. All right.
Stream live! We only have 6 people. That's not
all
enough
right.
people.
That's not enough. That isn't even quorum.
And one of them's trying solar
Kaddish?
games.
Not even a Kaddish. All right. Corey should have access. I gave him access to the same account. Okay. When the buy the book readings. Okay. Great. Just 6? I see 20.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Then our thing is...
So this is a little out of date.
Or inaccurate one way or another.
Refresh? I don't know.
I don't think there is a refresh. So at any rate, we decided to, we're going to have a marathon on Halloween Eve. So, yeah. Might be chatters versus viewers. Could be.
Ah. It says viewers, though.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
20's better than 6.
It is.
Still not 6,000, but 6,000 would be too hard for us to handle.
Right. It's hard to keep up with the thing. So, yeah, Yo-Yo Monsterberry 64.
Yo-Yo Ma?
I see.
Monsterberry 64.
All Hallows Eve, even Eve.
That's sort of like N64.
Yes, we will have the marathon with the Quest for Glory 4 and prizes and games and things like that for the true Halloween. But this is a Howl-o-ween for all the doggies out there and the werewolves and the shapeshifters. And generally for the fun of it.
Ah! Fun.
Yes,
You are an amateur cellist. I'm a very mediocre guitarist.
yeah.
I played some Joni Mitchell songs last night. Let's see. Okay, Ron Dragsta is the fan.
Oh, he is the fan. Okay, that is the fan. We have to have the fan. Yeah, Monster Berry was taken. Wow.
So you had to cut yourself up into 64 bits in order to have an account.
Ah, yes. Let's see. Wow. The NES and SNES era.
NES and SNES in 286 and 386 era.
Gotcha. Because I didn't think we were on an NES ever.
No, but we were on 286s.
Ah, yes, we were. Those wonderful computers.
We were on Tandy 1000s initially, I think. It was a machine that was not actually fast enough to run Sierra games, but we supported it anyway.
Yep. Yes, the old restrictions forced creativity in some cases, some real fun ways. Yes, for the original games, definitely. They affected how the design should be done, and it wasn't always designed correctly, so we had to learn.
And how should the design be done?
So that it fits in a frame and a time frame for actually developing it. We haven't learned that part.
No. So the rule of thumb, I think it was a quarter or a third of the screen was the maximum that you were allowed to update per frame if you wanted any kind of frame rate in the old ones.
More choice to be fighting night gaunts at Halloween Eve.
Ah, alas.
Well,
I hope they do not drain your spirit out of you, Morchoy.
Yeah, Sammy will be fighting night gaunts in his game.
Yes?
Yes.
Ooh, see, I don't know anything about Sammy's story. Maybe you can talk about it.
Well, we'll just...
This could be the first time anybody's heard much about Sammy's story.
Well, it's about Sammy and Sammy's time at school. And Sammy's time at school takes place in the timeline. If you were keeping track of timelines here, it takes place just after Wizard's Way that isn't yet done. But, so, Tilly's Tale happens before Sean gets there. Eufeo's adventures start just after...
just after Sean?
After Sean, and then...
it's like an aftershave, only more...
Yeah. Sammy
Irish.
is the summer after Wizard Way. So, you know, it's not like we keep a steady time stream going here. So, yeah, that's true. We want to show these things. But don't draw on it. Are you going to show that?
I'm just drawing on my experience. I don't know if I can. Let me see.
At any rate, yeah, we're giving away wallpaper for Halloween. Did you post them?
What? What are we talking about? I posted one of them so far.
There should have been two by now.
Well, I haven't done the second one yet.
Okay, well...
window capture, maybe.
Okay.
And add source. And then it should ask me, add existing short Photoshop? That's not Photoshop.
That is not Photoshop.
No. Add a new source instead. We'll call it window capture. And it will be... Window.
Good afternoon, everybody.
MS Paint. Haha.
Yeah, but you have to also get the picture so it actually fits in there,
So this is the little corner of it. Yep. So, no, this is a sneak preview. So that's all they get.
Sneak preview. Oh.
Sneak preview of Sammy. Sammy, the corgi protagonist of Sammy's story.
Yeah. And the Happy Halloween wallpaper that we'll be giving away.
Zoom out. There we go. If we zoom out, you can see the rest of it.
And he's in his Halloween costume. That isn't his normal thing.
But if we zoom back in and scroll, if I can see a cursor.
Yeah, this is Microsoft. I can't believe you still use this thing for for doing artwork.
There's Sammy Quixote.
Yes.
On riding on his donkey, which is the one they named that book after, Don Quixote.
Is Sammy just a straight-up corgi, or is he a member of an in-world species? He is a doggy. He is officially a doggy. All of the canine humanoids are doggies on the World of Gloriana.
And may be some racial prejudice between Corgi doggies and St. Bernard doggies and so on, but officially they're all the same species.
I don't think there's anything like that. And in fact, doggies are very versatile. Cat is...
what about the boxer doggies?
Cat is... there's 2 varieties of catted doggies, but there are many varieties of doggies. Kalb is a subset of doggies. Kalbs are a subset of doggies. Yes, they're all.
Kalb is a name.
Kalb is yes.
Kalb is a name. And
Kalb is a name. No,
it's just a name.
Kalb is the name of the doggie, and the doggies are his race. As is Wolfie from Quest for Glory 5, who is also a doggie. And
what about that wolf you meet in the wine cellars in
No, she's not a doggie. But since we're doing canines, so I put her on it.
He totally wants to give them all 10 of your arms. I'll bet they like that.
Yes, they all do like that. And it's just, they've retained a lot of the doggy innate personalities underneath.
Yes, Kalb is a name, Sherman.
Yes.
Canis Kalb, and it's a family name.
Kalb means dog in Arabic.
Ah, so in that sense it is.
Yes, and Calvin is Kalb's son. So Calvin is also kind of a fun.
Have we missed DJ Chriswell? Incredibly! It's so good to have you back.
Yes. Hello from Anna. What handsome brave character you have riding upon his pony steed. Yes, it is. He is a great character.
And that's yet another story that Lori swears she's going to get around to writing.
What?
You're going to write all the dialogue for that game.
Well, yes, that's the next game in the series.
After he fails.
So it's
adventure.
Yes, a couple of games down, but yes. Been 26 days in different hospitals. Oh my gosh,
no.
We're not happy.
I hope you're doing better, and will continue to do better from now on. Still going to be in another 2 weeks or so.
Oh no!
Yikes!
Well, I hope you get better. We'll be rooting for you. Yikes! It was difficult last month. Reminds me of the guard dogs from King's Quest 6. Oh, I didn't know those. Captain Saladin, most memorable. I'll have to look those up.
Maybe we can find it on a list thing.
King's Quest 6.
King's Quest 6. Saladin?
It's, Saladin, yes. Oh, okay, he's a collie. Cool. Alright, no, I had not seen that. There's another illustration of him.
Chrome. Window.
Where do the jackal guys fit in? Jackal guys are actually, they're actually a relation of doggies.
Let me get rid of this other window capture. I'll just hide it. Okay, there's the one from King's Quest, Saladin.
That's from the Omnipedia.
King's Quest Omnipedia. Oh,
okay.
we could
I
go
wanted
view
to
image
see
at
this
night,
one, Captain Saladin. Here's some.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's cute. That's somebody's illustration of it, but that's a lovely illustration. Yeah, I would have liked to have had that kind of artist working for our projects. Yes. So yes, jackal wares are a form of doggy, and there's also wild doggies. Let's go back to
say knock knock.
Knock knock.
Woof there.
Woof who?
Woof there.
I see.
Sort of like who's there, but woof there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to roll camera. I guess. There we go. Back to us. Yes. We might just need a clean and a recap. Oh, so. What are we? I don't know. I lost context there. Roberta was influenced by Quinn's Quest games? Probably not. I don't think Roberta ever saw our games.
Hello, this is not a good time. We're in our meeting. Well, it's, you said you were going to be here at 11. It's 2 o'clock. We're in a meeting. Okay.
Oh, Maribel, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So one of the QT tests were 12 cards face down in 5 matches. Okay.
OT tests.
OT tests.
Overtime?
I don't know.
Been away from my local recycling station after dropping up batteries. Oh, we have an awful lot of batteries.
We do.
Many vintage... Oh, I've thrown away many vintage computers and monitors, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, my worry every time is they've always got a hard drive that probably has top secret information, but I figure nobody's ever going to look at that.
No. Let's see.
Once upon a time I tried to clean them, but... Oh yes, we've got lots of batteries.
Yeah.
Cleaning and recapping?
Oh. Yeah, most computers don't work. Ours did, but, you know, they weren't usable at the point.
I have several working computers that we probably should get rid of.
Oh, there's somebody skilled at repairing them. Wow.
Philfrey.net is Jimmy Mayer, M-A-H-E-R.
Okay. She was too busy making games to play them. Yeah, I don't think...
That's absolutely the way it works.
It does, no matter who you are.
Yeah, we went to Sierra and we thought we'd be playing D&D with all the people there and discovered, first of all, almost nobody played D&D. And second, that neither they nor we had time to play.
Yeah. So I imagine Roberta's much the same. And she never saw our games anyway. Maybe she saw pictures of them, but that's about it.
Oh, did someone ask her about our games? Yeah.
Yeah.
She scarcely knew anything about them, I'm sure.
I was saying that Quest for Glory next game would have been in an India-like setting with the doggies. Yes.
India.
Would you...
Were they going to be doggies?
Well, the Wolfie...
Oh, Wolfie was from India.
Was from India, and you were going with him. He took the flying machine / dirigible that you built. He took it back to India during the course of the game. So we were going to go to India and meet his family and have adventures there. And that's about as far as we really got with design, because that was going to be probably part of the idea of the expansion pack. That would have been part of at that point. We went through many iterations of what we were going to do next. And mostly we were going to end the game with this Quest for Glory 5, where your hero gets to be king, and then the next games in the series would be with your kids. But that didn't go anywhere. Yeah.
We got a happy October from Sir Highberry, and a happy October to you. By the way, next week we will be streaming out of sequence, so we'll be back again next Saturday instead of waiting 2 weeks. But we're starting at 6 p.m. PDT, 4 hours later than we did today. And that's because we're going to run very late. We're going to go past midnight.
Yep. Happy October, yes,
likely playing Quest for Glory 4 and seeing how far we can get all the way through it.
We'll be playing Quest for Glory 4. We will have prizes and giveaways.
We could try, instead of doing our usual slow play and reading every single line, so we could try to actually finish the game in the stream.
We could do a
because I lost my save, so I can't continue from where we left off, and it would be confusing if I did. Excuse me.
Yes, the King's. Let's see. King's Crown, which is the original name for Dragonfire,
was it King's Crown or Hero's Crown?
Hero's Crown.
No, Hero's Crown.
King's Crown because it was going to be hero. The
hero becomes a king.
The hero becomes a king, but then, that was like, wait a second, that's a little bit too close to another series Sierra was doing. Anyway, and so yes, it was going. That's the culmination of the adventures. Yes.
Cell battery inflated to 2.5 times the thickness in his 11-year-old Kindle. Yikesoids! I would worry about it, exploding and putting acid all over everything and so on. But I
didn't even know there was.
I don't know if they put acid in batteries anymore.
Battery. Wow. Yes.
Yeah, we have. I think I still have my old Kindle somewhere, but it's probably mostly missing.
It's in the other room.
No, that's the more recent.
I don't know what happened to the old one.
Yeah, so we both got paper-thin Kindles a few years ago, and those still work, sort of. Donny Castaway rules!
It was fun.
I don't think I played much any of it.
You don't really play it. It was a screensaver.
Oh, it was a screensaver.
Remember?
Oh, okay, that's why.
Right, we didn't play it. But it would be fun to have a screensaver. I bet we could do that.
I just got Streamlabs just told me they could give us a.
Wish you guys had games for phones. Well, what do you know?
We are working on Summer Days at Hero U Tilly's Tale.
All of the Summer Days at Hero U will be on.
Yeah, the whole Summer Days series will be on iPhone and Android.
Yes, and I play it on Android. Yes.
And of course, iOS also works on tablets, Android and Apple tablets.
Oh, it's October.
That's my hat. I'm blinding myself.
Okay, well, where is it? Up there. It's several hats, but you can have
That'll work.
Have that one. Almost got finished playing Quest for Glory 4 twice this time. Well, we'll only be playing it once, yes. Let's see. I finished telling the story of Quest for Glory 1 to my nephews, where they played a fighter, wizard, and thief. Cool. I started at Christmas when they were really bored at the dinner, and they loved it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. D&D is in general. I just finished another run of Quest for Glory 3 last night. I'll be doing 4 tonight.
Wow,
great.
Pretty special.
Let's...
CMS
Yes, nice. I need more things to do on my phone. Yeah. It's definitely something that you will be able to do, to pick up. You can, play it a little time, log out, come back to it any time. So,
Anna, are you saying you spent more time with Fish Aquarium than with Johnny Castaway?
I don't think anybody spent too much time with Johnny Castaway.
No, it's impossible to get this at a decent angle. This is my Hero U hat. Nope.
Yeah. It looks nice and blue, that guy. I like the color it shows on the screen for us.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Not the same?
No.
It's close.
No, it's much brighter.
Oh, it's much brighter blue. Okay, so it's really a more navy blue in reality.
Yes. Oh, sadly so. So are you guys known for your fantasy stories, but have you ever had any ideas for science fiction games? Yes.
Yes, let's see. Game ideas. I got a whole folder of them here somewhere.
Spaceship Naglfar, was that the
Space Station Naglfar.
Space Station Naglfar was one we proposed to right about the time before Quest for Glory 5. And that was a kind of, Lord knows what it was at this point, but I've got the vague idea of what it was.
Let's see. Here's some games we could have done with Fan Solo. Those are mostly Quest for Glory 5.
No, those
aren't the right set.
Those aren't the right set. No, you
all
have
right,
to go back
let's
there.
see. QP5 Molly, OK Bridge.
Of course, we were always science fiction fans.
Oh, here's the one we were going to do with a Taco Bell tie-in called Yo Quiero un Perro.
I don't even remember that sucker.
I Want a Dog.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive, that was our Western.
Yes.
That was pretty good. That would have been a good
game. Dead or Alive would have been fun.
We did some work on that. Hidden Treasures. I don't remember what that was.
That one. Robot Rescue.
Hidden Treasures. Oh, that was going to be a business idea. That was a company.
Okay. Yeah.
That was going to be our company to help other people declutter. And
like
anyone who knows us says that's what a joke.
Yeah. I don't see the other ones.
Casual game ideas.
No. Western game idea.
I'm on grid. Okay, let me go to a different folder.
Yeah.
Let's go to...
I Want a Dog, Dead or Alive. Yes.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. I'm...
Okay, here's an older...
See you later, DJ. Hope you feel better.
GameIdea.txt. Oh, here's a really short one that has one line of each. Survival
on Sigma 7. That was the other science fiction game we were going to do.
The Tunguska Adventure, which would be the idea that the Tunguska event was actually not a meteorite, but a spaceship. And it would have been kind of a X-Files sort of feel to it.
Yeah, it was an X-Files stuff.
And in fact, later on, the X-Files came out with a movie that had Tunguska as a major event, so they obviously had read our design notes.
Yep.
Mission Impossible in Gamma World, a Shadowrun science fiction dungeon crawl. Survival on Sigma 7. Park Place was going to be an amusement park construction game. Yeah. Mad Scientists Club. Unfortunately, when we don't get around to making these, other people keep making them instead.
Yeah, this was in 1992.
Bugs Bunny cartridge game for
Yes,
Electronic Arts.
Tunguska is great fictional fodder, and we would have done things like we were going to create a virtual internet at that time.
We probably would not have had a
multimedia.
cigarette smoking man, though.
No, we wouldn't.
Okay,
have.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, that's right. We were going to have a whole alternate reality sort of thing where we could have you give your phone number.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be a website and could tie into having automated calls to your phone occasionally and
We
stuff
weren't
like
going
that.
to
Yeah,
have that at that
talked
time.
about it.
We didn't talk about that part, but we did talk about you'd go up to the website and get information, and we'd have a virtual helper at the time that would give you clues. That was the other person who was talking to you over the walkie-talkies, effectively. So yeah, it would have been.
And that would
interesting.
also allow players to communicate with each other. So
Park
it would have had
Place would have been a good theme park. It cost $1,500 to stay in the hotel.
It does. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what we're heading towards pretty soon.
Yeah.
But, Viva Mexico. That was a language and culture immersion kit we were going to do, and then branch out on that to a series of for each country. Instead of just teaching you the language, we would immerse you in the culture. Go down
and show you the places and things
use
like that.
real
Yeah.
live photography and live video. House on Haunted Hill, a slapstick comedy horror. I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, I think that's about as far as we
The
went
one
with
that
it.
was originally Gano Haynes' idea, that who was
yeah.
the co-author of EcoQuest, was going to do with Lori, was Vicky's Secrets, and that was a play on Victoria's Secret. Vicky's Secrets would be Vicky, the airline stewardess, your friend, and you're a woman who's was invited to visit her in San Francisco, I think. And you're at her apartment, and there's a note. Basically, it said that she had a last-minute flight and had to leave, but make yourself at home. And you open up her closet, and there's all sorts of like fantasy costumes in the closet, and fancy dresses, but also like pirate outfits and stuff. And as you pick out one of these dresses or one of these costumes, suddenly you're thrust into an adventure in that setting. Go answer that or something.
Okay.
Maybe not a call. So anyway, I think that would have been a really cool game. So basically, Vicky's Secret's a fantasy. Because when I worked at a company doing desktop publishing systems, and one of the people working there had.
This is our personal Twitch channel, yeah.
It is.
Transolar Games.
Transolar Games. So let's see. That's our company.
Yeah, we didn't make a game about pirates because pirates have already been made.
Yeah, that'd been done
The
a couple
best
times.
pirates have been made.
Yeah, there's Sid Meier's Pirates, and there's Secret of Monkey Island, and that's the best one. So.
A Pirate's Quest by the Coles would have been a lot of fun. Yes, it could be Buccaneer Brucey.
Oh yeah, that was Lori's D&D character. Buccaneer Brucey is the
Adventures
swashbuckling,
of...
the swishy swashbuckler.
Yes.
Never actually clear whether he was gay or not.
No, well,
but very swishy.
He was everything, so
Yeah,
he was omnisexual.
Ambisexual.
Yes.
Yeah. Omnisexual.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think Vicky's Secrets would have been would still be a wonderful project for someone to make. Where you have just a whole series. It's sort of like a time travel adventure, except instead it's a cultural travel adventure.
Yeah. Loved Curse of Monkey Island or so. Yeah. Monkey Island was a great game series.
What else do we? Oh, we had the Mission Impossible. What was it called? Mission Jericho 1.
That was it.
That was going to be a science fiction dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
With fascinating, believable party members. There's your high concept.
Special agent assigned to salvage the device called Joshua, lost deep within the lower regions of a cityplex called Jericho.
So that would have been a real science fiction game.
Yes, it would have. And you select a team of 4 specialists to accompany you to this no man's land.
Which would have been completely impractical to actually build the game. And
but it would be
unless
so
we had a
we
huge
could
budget.
still do it now. I mean, it's an RPG, you know.
Yeah,
Each of your team members has unique skills which help you to accomplish your mission and survive. It's a first-person perspective science fiction.
We're giving away our
role-playing.
secrets now. Somebody else will make all these games, and we won't be able to do them. What was the Crypt game? So we've had lots and lots of ideas. Game proposal number 3, The Hidden Crypts of Mars, a Professor Challenger Puzzler. Ah, so that's what I had before I had Professor Puzzleworthy, as I had Professor Challenger. I like Puzzleworthy better.
I do too.
Player assumes the role of Professor Challenger, a xenogeologist, or an areologist, because he's a Mars specialist. Exploring Mars for mineral samples and possible mining sites, stumbles across the entrance to an underground building of an ancient civilization, and finds himself trapped within the complex. The player solves a series of puzzles and uncovers secret passageways that lead deeper. So yeah, ideas, that's why we kept saying ideas are a dime a dozen, and that actually isn't true. Ideas are actually really important. You need a good idea, but there's a long way from a good idea to a game. Oh, here we go. SFRPG. Science fiction role-playing game. Oh, that was a cover letter for someone. That was for Mission Jericho 1 was going to be the... what about Betrayal in Sigma 7? Where's that?
I don't know.
It's under Sigma...
Sigma 7, probably.
There we go. Sigma 7. Survival on Sigma 7. No Betrayal. It is about betrayal.
Right.
But it was called Survival on Sigma 7. It's a high-concept science fiction mystery role-playing adventure game featuring science fiction, mystery, role-playing adventure. Nobody will do that many genres. Featuring full-motion video, real-time 3D rendering, and intense character interaction with fascinating aliens. Let's see, when did we have this full-motion video? In 1999, we proposed that.
Yeah.
You are Kurt Tobin, an ex-space marine and shuttle jockey who's been hired to run security and interplanetary diplomatic. Is that enough? You get the idea that, yes, we have made proposals for science fiction games, but nobody bought off on them. We're not good at selling them. Oh, how about Slash and Sizzle? Slash and Sizzle is combat and magic in a fantasy arena. That was a 93 proposal.
Ah, yes.
And who did we talk to? Was it Electronic Arts?
No,
it was Sony. Sony we talked to about it.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a different one.
No, I think this was predates that. This is more
Wizard. Yeah, the Wizard Arena game was Sony.
Yeah.
Slash and Sizzle combines Mortal Kombat style one-on-one combat with a real storyline and strategy elements between combats. This is designed to appeal to players who enjoy combat and action games, as well as to those who enjoy strategy games such as Civilization.
Yeah, Swashbuckler, Voodoo Pirate, Dread Pirate, Privateers, yes.
Voodoo Pirate.
Yeah.
True Spies, that was one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun idea.
Yeah.
How about Duck Dodgers in the 25th and a half century?
Oh, yeah. I've actually provised that because
we were working with a company that had some licenses. And wanted us to do a game. We
wanted to do a game that actually had a sense of humor.
A sense of humor?
Yeah. What was the True Spies? I just remember the title.
True Spies. I remember the title. Yeah.
I do too.
Subtitled The Spy Who Clubbed Me.
Ah, okay.
And that was for a company that didn't last very long.
South Peak Interactive.
I almost remember the name.
The player is a James Bond working in a spy versus spy world.
Or Austin Powers with a lot more intelligence on both sides.
Yes.
We love Spy versus Spy in Mad Magazine.
Yep.
You are Blackjack Decker, an agent working for a secret organization run by an intelligent supercomputer. Of course, much after this, they came out with the show Persons of Interest.
Yeah, but it sure wouldn't be anything like that. You're trying to find the chip's programmer, Mac Guffin, who apparently stole the device and disappeared.
That was a stolen computer chip which allows a computer equipped with it to take over and control other machines in a network.
That's a whole plot summary there.
Yeah.
What do you know?
It is the whole plot.
Yeah.
You can't do it yourselves.
Yeah, whether you consider Pun's humor is a personal choice, yeah. Yeah,
actually, this has some definite connections to the TV show that came out years later.
No.
Yeah, because it's this whole thing. The huge evil corporation wants that chip.
Yep. And
steals it back from you. Mm-hmm. And so you need to stop them from doing terrible things. Which is kind of similar to what the ongoing storyline in.
I'm sure that our gnomes are something that are.
There's a lot of detail in here. This is one of our most detailed proposals, actually. Look at all this.
Yeah, I think
we had a casino.
I think the Dead or Alive also had quite a bit of detail in one of the things.
Blackjack Decker, and he gets to go to a casino. That makes sense. The player is the game. Pro list. Here's our proposal list from 95 with Slash and Sizzle, Duck Dodgers, True Spies, Catwoman. I think I listed all those from reading the The Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Strategy role-playing game based on Machiavelli's The Prince.
Yeah. So, yes, we have an eclectic choices of what subject matter we would have been very happy to make games about.
Planet Masters, multiplayer strategy, which reminded me of, I played Celestial Caesars. I played something in Plato that basically you had a galaxy and each player controlled a planet.
Mad Scientist Club.
The Mad Scientist Club, that'd be for Disney?
Maybe. I don't know who
Where did
we
you
were
see
proposing.
that?
It's at the bottom for the entertainment games.
Yeah, the entertainment games are Mad Scientist Club and
in the spirit of this holiday, did you make any horrors other than the House on Haunted Hill? I think that was the only horror, and we wanted to do a la Abbott and Costello. To have a game.
Been comedy horror.
It would have been comedy horror. Yes.
So we're not much on real horror.
No, I mean, I don't do too much real horror myself. I'm not fond of that genre.
Except when it's done really, really well.
Well, yeah. I mean, the most...
What about The Raven?
The scariest horror movie that ever was Alien. And I will contend that was the classic horror story of, so...
The scariest movie for me, which was a really dumb movie, was something, I think it was called Blue Sunshine or something like that. And it was all about people that had gotten a bad batch of
acid
drugs. Bad batch of acid back in their, when they were in college, and that 20 years later, the genetic effects of it are now hitting them.
Question
about... It was really dumb, but it was terrifying.
Whether in Quest for Glory 3 we were going to have something for the thief. We pretty much ignored the thief in Quest for Glory 3 because he was in a land that did not encourage that.
And mostly because I was off on another project.
He was off on another project. Yes, when I have to do these things, I don't have time to do anything that doesn't feel appropriate to the genre. And so, yeah. Was that it?
I don't know.
People going bald.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep, Blue Sunshine, 1977. A bizarre series of murders begins in Los Angeles where people start going bald and then become homicidal maniacs.
It was...
So that acid that I had back in the 70s... Oh. Sharks.
Sharks.
I jumped the shark there, sorry.
You did indeed. So yeah, our horrors would have been lighthearted if we did any horror, and we definitely did propose a couple of them.
Well, I guess it wasn't that horrible movie. It got 6 out of 10 IMDb rating.
Well, it's not as bad as it could have been.
It wasn't a 2.
Jaws could be considered a quintessential horror movie. I'll go with that too. Jaws had the right amount of suspense.
Suspense film is what I call it. Just like most of Alfred Hitchcock's ones were.
Well,
suspense.
yes, and then you get the gore. So it had everything. So I go with that too. Horror movies do not have to be haunted things. I rewatched Poltergeist just the other night.
And most people thought the Jawas were really silly. So.
What?
We were talking about Jawas, the film.
Okay, fine.
No?
No. All right.
So anyway, many of our secrets now. We have many, many games that we could make if we, A, were more efficient at making games, and B, had the freedom and the budgets to do them right.
Yes, if we had the budgets, we'd do these.
But actually, if we didn't have the budgets, then we could make all these games and do them like the old, like Wajidai originally was, where Dave made each game in like 3 months each.
Yeah, well, we don't make games like that. I give
we're always
Dave the greatest credit.
Dave is amazing, yeah.
Yes, he is amazing. Oh, let's say
and he doesn't make them that quick anymore.
No, they keep getting more complex as he goes along. That's a big problem. Okay, so why don't we play a game?
Oh, what kind of game would you like to play?
Well, I don't care.
We have more viewers now.
We do have more viewers.
There are more viewers than there were. We have a lot of viewers.
Wow, 37 according to that thing up at the top.
Ronald Dragstar, a big winner from last time was here.
Yes.
Lori and Wise.
Oh, yes.
Oh, by the way, for Lori and Wise's benefit, Lori and I are now officially homeless.
Ah, okay. Yes, we are. We have lost our home.
We have sold
It's
our
all
home.
Gone.
If it
Before it burned down.
Yes, before it burned down, before all the wildfires got
amazing,
to
yes.
it. And the economics of this is it only costs us $500 to lose our home.
Yeah.
As opposed to, most people actually get money when they sell a house.
We're just,
We pay. And another $10,000 or so to clean it up first.
Yeah. All right, so at any rate, you got it set up. So let's play a game.
Phrase Flummoxer?
Fare thee well, Flying Aardvark Ranch.
Oh,
yes, I know.
OSU!
I'm going to be...
yes. I thought OSU was like, no, the Flying Aardvark Ranch is all gone except in memories and Lori's photography.
Yes, and I will be making a memorial pot for it. I have it. Yes, I have a Flying Aardvark.
Whereas I started writing an essay about what it was like to leave home, but started it in mid-July, and I decided to be sick instead. So that was still sitting there in a half-finished state or a quarter-finished state.
So Highbury says that the rogues didn't have much to do in Quest for Glory 3, but he felt that the thief skills had a much more important purpose. That was nice. Yes, I'm glad. It is the theory that you may not get to do all the really cool break-ins, but you are a thief and you do have the skills.
All fantasy games, from D&D on up through ours and beyond, all have a problem, and the problem is that they're about heroes, but your heroes, basically, their heroic actions are usually killing everything they meet and invading their homes and stealing everything they own.
Right.
So the old, the quintessential D&D scenario was a dungeon crawl, where you're going into the dungeon, you kill all the monsters there in their homes, kill all their babies, and then take their stuff and hawk it. So it's not very heroic. And so there's always that challenge.
Steal their candles, yes.
Yes, steal their candles. Put the candle back.
No steal candle.
No steal candle. Mm-hmm. So the other problem, of course, they're not heroes, they're murder hobos, absolutely. And of course, the problem with the thief hero, the original lead programmer who was assigned to do Heroes Quest said, I'm not going to do this game because a thief cannot be a hero, and you guys are teaching bad moral lessons here. So that's how I got the opportunity to become the lead of Lori's game.
Yeah, because I basically
the other guy quit.
Yep.
Said, we're not taking the thief out. And said, I'm not doing a game with a thief. So boss at Sierra said, how would you like to be the lead programmer on Heroes Quest?
Yeah.
I said, what's it worth to you?
No, you didn't.
I mostly said yes.
Yeah. Yes, you did not say.
They gave me stock options at the same time. So
okay.
They made it worth my while.
Uh-huh.
NPCs don't deserve the hearts in their pots. That's like the, is it WC Fields? Somebody said, I'm really a softie. I've got the heart of a small child in a jar on my desk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You want to do Flummoxer?
Yes, let's do Phrase Flummoxer.
Phrase Flummoxer.
Make sure it's set up right.
It should be. Okay, start game.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Menu. Okay, so Phrase Flummoxer is the name given this by Cheeseness, who did the... I will switch to that desktop. This is something Lori came up with that she originally did very painfully in Photoshop, and Cheeseness gave us a web app for it.
Cade says, I remember feeling guilty about killing that kobold in Quest for Glory 1 and redoing it over and over till I could get past that part without killing it. Cool!
Yay!
Yes!
That was heroic of you.
And that was the whole point.
And that was the thief, doing it heroically,
right.
Not having to kill.
Not having to kill, yes, indeed.
And in the novel version, How to Be a Hero, that Lori did with Michelle Baker, the kobold actually was effectively abused. And he's not really evil.
No, he is. In the story, he's really
evil. But the reason he's really evil is because bad things have been done to him and he was retaliating.
And all the kobolds. There were no kobolds left in Spielberg because of the people were not good with kobolds. So.
Yeah, so they deserve what they got.
Right.
So this one is sort of like Hangman, sort of like Wheel of Fortune. We're going to start a queue for people to guess some letters. And then we're going to fit those letters in, and people will try to guess the phrase.
I went out of my way to kill him, even after getting way clear.
Mass power and wealth through home invasions. Just because you live in a dungeon doesn't discount sapience.
Was Michelle the source of the eventual idea of the connection between the chief and the talking fox? Yes, that was really came from Michelle, because it never would have made that connection.
Yeah, our talking fox is in Hero's Quest just because that's a fairy tale
trope. It's a trope, yes, and because there's no reason why.
There's always talking animals in fairy tales, and if you help them, they help you.
And no reason why we shouldn't have talking animals in our world, yes.
But Michelle came up with the idea that the chief was fascinated by foxes, and that he had a very good reason for that.
You've probably been asked this already, but other than Quest for Glory 1, what adventure game series did you like working on best? Well, that'd have to be...
That's what Dr. Rain? Sarah?
No. It'd have to be Road to Redemption.
Road to Redemption.
Yes.
Yeah, so Castle Dr. Brain.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start this game. Well, I'm going to start a queue, and then I'm going to start the game.
Okay, fine. You start a queue.
So I will go to queue, and this is going to be for phrase. It should be spelled this way.
Well, it could be. Yeah, I know. But it makes it too many letters. Okay,
so enter this queue, and you will be able to help other people win this game. Lorian is the first one in.
Congratulations. I just wish Rana's com had worked in there. Yeah.
And where?
Anywhere.
Kobold Cave?
Really, yeah. All right.
Uh-oh.
42
that
viewers now. That's joining.
Oh, it worked.
Yay. Good.
Backslash was ignored.
Okay.
42 viewers.
Wow.
Well, welcome everyone.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Or happy October leading up to Halloween.
Yes.
This is the time when you go out to all the stores and buy candy for Halloween, but for some reason, by the time Halloween comes, you have to buy more because you've used it all up.
Yeah. And believe me, there are Halloween items in the stores in September, and they're mostly gone now.
Mostly in August, I think.
And not even, okay, August is, yes, but...
I can one you up.
Yep. But they're mostly gone now. If you want to try and find the good Halloween stuff, you will not find it in the general stores anymore, and you certainly won't find it in dollar stores.
Doc Telebus, said he was young and never thought too hard about it. Was trying to get treasure, and the kobold was mean.
Yes.
Because we really we're at that level of simplicity at that point. It was a dungeon crawl. There was a game where you were trying to do quests and stuff and get rewards, and we really didn't think that deeply about the ecology of. Good and evil and that sort of thing.
No. Well, yes, we did. I mean, that was the problem I had with real D&D, is because I did not like the dungeon crawls and the going in and robbing people from their homes. And so these were, we designed games to retaliate against that, but, the kobold deserved it.
Yeah, Kit Kats are okay, but I'm not really that much of a fan of them. Lori likes Kit Kats more than I do.
Kata ate them all!
The Kit Katas.
Yes.
I like Twizzlers. That's my guilty pleasure. Okay, we got enough people? We don't have enough people in that queue. Oh, come on, people.
Oh, well.
Everyone else type exclamation point play.
Or at least, enjoy.
Do it now. Okay, we don't have enough people to play, so...
We can open it up.
Well, we could instead,
yak for the rest of the time?
Pull out some cards and play poker or something.
I see.
Play gin. We don't really know. Do we know how to play?
We are giving away a wallpaper for this.
Oh, we are? Okay, what kind of wallpaper? The one I gave away already?
Yeah, the one you gave away already. Which you gave away Tilly's Tale, the pirate, didn't you?
I gave away the pirate, but we got more.
Yes, we do have more.
Okay, I'm supposed to show others. Where are they?
I don't know. You were supposed to set this up.
Well, over on our...
Yes, get to Patreon.
I lost my Patreon.
Oh.
Patreon, Corey and Laurie Cole. Everyone should join our Patreon, and the address of it I will put in the sidebar. We are not very regular with our publishing stuff, but there's lots of stuff up there already that all patrons can get, and a lot of it's free to the public. that you do not need to be a patron, but you definitely need to go there to our Patreon and see stuff. Okay, here's the wallpaper of Tilly as a pirate. Tilly is, of course, the protagonist of Summer Days at Hero U, Tilly's Tale. And Lori was going to show something or not? Later?
Well, yeah, I was thinking for Halloween. This is good, our Halloween. We'll give the wallpaper for this.
Oh, okay. We're not going to give away the original.
No, not give away this.
All right, Lori's got a secret prize here.
Yeah.
If I could remember how to get to the webcam, we could hold it up in front of it.
This is what we're giving away for. Everybody's going to give this.
We're not going to give away this metal print, but we can give away the digital image from which it was made, and you can print your own metal print.
Yes.
These are kind of expensive to print.
They are.
Yeah, and this is a scene by J.P. Selwood.
That scene is even signed by him.
It's even signed?
Yeah, see, it's got a signature in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Down here in the corner.
We'll be giving away that
There's
for the
JP's
Halloween.
signature. And we'll be giving that away when? On Halloween?
On Halloween.
Oh, not today.
Not today.
Oh, okay.
We're going to give away wallpaper
Anyway,
today.
so I have that one wallpaper up there, but there are going to be 3 more wallpapers.
Yes.
We have another one of Tilly as a different character. We have one of Feo, I think.
Yes.
And we have one of Sammy.
Yes. So
all dressed up in Halloween
we should give
costumes.
Sammy away today. You need to post it so that you can give it to everybody
I'll
today.
post Sammy, and that will be, you'll be able to get that from the Patreon.
Yep.
Okay, but meanwhile, we were about to play Forays, Flummoxer, because I think we have enough people now. We got 9 people.
Okay, fine.
Closing the queue. Okay, I'm going to pick 3 names. Those 3 names are Lorian Wise, Schumann 3 Blast, OSU Brainiac. Because they're the people that really like our games and get in fast.
Start the game.
And you will...
Except that it isn't on the game again.
What? What's that mean?
It means that it isn't... They can't see the game.
Oh, well.
You've got to get to the game. Yeah.
Start game.
There we are!
So as if I've called your name, Lorian Wise wants an N and an R. He knows the rules. So he picked 2 letters.
There's an N.
And they're both in there.
R.
Lorian Wise, go again. Keep going until you get a bad letter.
Until you mess up. Which, with this one, you might be able to go quite a ways.
Cade, you're going to have to be in the queue. She thinks she sees a hidden entrance under the bridge. Cade is in the queue. We'll wait until your turn, and then we'll take your letters. Lorian, let's get some more letters.
Yeah. Let's see if you can run the board.
And who do we have? Schumann and OSU and
the... T and E.
T and E.
T. There is a D. There is an E.
There's a T and
yes.
E. Keep going.
Keep going. Let's see how far you can go.
Let's see if you can run the board. This is like billiards.
Yeah.
There's not an indication visible, Cade. There's
no,
a
there
spoken.
isn't. You just have to listen. You're actually on the list.
You are number 7 in the queue.
Okay. On Twitch, where everybody just guesses as fast as they can.
Oh, we do that sometimes.
Sometimes we do that.
There's an RB. We're trying to stretch this out because otherwise we'll be here all night.
We'll be done.
Okay, so at least 2 hours. Now, what we're doing is we're revealing the first time each of these letters appears.
Lorian, you can play again while he's talking.
Keep going. So there's no N before this N on the 3rd line.
Yeah.
But there could be an N in the last 2 lines.
There could be. We're going to see how far Lorian can go before it screws up.
They.
Yes.
Okay, what's an HP? Those are all in there.
Those are all there. See? He could probably keep going forever and ever.
Yeah, do we want to get more people in, or do we want to...
We do want to get more people in, but, you know...
Okay, but this is my new rules. You have to keep going until you miss.
Right. And meanwhile, we can get Schumann to do his set.
Yeah, we could let Schumann and OSU can chaotically put in their letters.
Yes.
And you might be able to preempt Lorian while Lorian keeps going.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so there's a J and an X. There are no J's. Your turn is over. Okay, up to Schumann.
And it says QZ.
He wants a Q. There are no Q's.
No Q's.
We are up to OSU. See, it's not as easy as Lorian made it look at first.
Yeah. Of course, if you pick odd letters, you're more likely to
wants a U and a T. There's a U.
U.
And there's a T. Okay, keep going, OSU.
Keep going, and meanwhile...
We'll pick 3 more names.
3 more names.
Next 3 names will be D. Kennerly, Dactylopus, and Scraggly Bear.
Yep. So you guys can start entering
So
yours.
enter it any time, and
But
OSU enter yours.
Brainiac can keep going.
That's a Y and an O. Am I in focus? No.
No.
A Y.
There is a Y.
There are both.
Yes.
We have a complete word.
Yeah. Brainiac goes Wino. Scraggly goes S and E.
S and E. S and E. Those are both there.
Yes. Keep going. Brainiac goes U and Y.
U and another Y. There is
Yes.
another Y.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Keep going, people.
So
Wah.
Dactylopus wants a D and an M.
And Scraggly Bear wants a wah.
WA.
W-A.
Okay.
They are all there.
And, but we need an E and a G. And then we need an A and a C.
A and a C.
We'll get this filled out in no time.
Yeah. People can keep going until we run out of these
We understood that WA meant WA.
Yeah.
Because that is the way.
It is. And it should have been
Oh, Dactylopus wants an N and an S.
N and S. All right. And meanwhile...
So far, the only letters that have been eliminated are J and Q.
Yes.
S and M.
And Cade and Twinstrumental and Blasm can all get in on this now.
Okay, Cade, Twinstrumental, and Blazon. You may also start guessing.
Cade, do your letters again because we've forgotten them. G and B from Dactylopus.
Cade originally did an S and a T.
Oh, an S and a T. Those are probably still there.
S is the very last letter. There are no more S's.
Okay, and
don't guess
then,
S.
Then where were we?
I don't know. Did we do the GB?
Did we do GB?
Maybe. G, B. Oh, there are no more G's, so I should not have hit the B.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Then an I and L. I and an L.
I and an L.
And then a O and an I.
D. Kennerly wants an F and an I.
Oh, F and I.
F, I.
And then...
Those are all there. And an O-I?
O-I.
O, I.
And Twinstrumental wants an H and a B.
H
I figured you'd get it OSU.
H and a B.
Uh-huh.
Oh, B. We're out of B's.
All right,
no more
people
B's.
are starting to get it. Okay.
Okay, OSU knows the answer.
Yeah.
And Cade knows the answer.
If you want to
answer Cade,
it.
you are not a regular winner, so if you want to guess it, Cade, just type in the answer.
Yes, type in the answer if you know it.
And it's not that easy unless you have the in front of you, so.
Or your Brainiac.
Even if you know the answer, it's getting it right will be hard.
Yes. I have to
But other people can keep guessing letters.
Yeah. I feel like I have an advantage. Well, so many people here have that same advantage.
And that's an advantage you should have.
Yeah.
Because we like it when people like our games enough to play them a lot of times.
Yep.
See, we only get paid once.
Yes, we've all played them a lot of times.
We only get paid for the games once, but we are very, very happy when people play them many times.
Twinstrumental gives us an L and an M.
L and an M.
Uh-huh.
Those are in there.
And C and an A.
The Kilobus wants a C. Oh, there's no more C's.
No more C's.
There's an A, though. Sir Highbury loves this quote.
Okay, going for it.
Okay, we'll just go type it in.
And Brainiac.
F and F for Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
F. There are F's.
F's. That's
a fifth of some alcoholic drink. Will you buy some meat from this filthy, feeble, flea-ridden, fur-covered father of starving puppies?
Yay!
You are correct. And I left out that one comma, which was probably in the original, but didn't really belong there. For a covered comma father.
No, it shouldn't.
Should not have a comma there.
No, fur covered shouldn't have a comma.
But it probably did in the original, so I left it out.
Well, I don't think I would have put it.
There we go.
Congratulations, just down the road.
Doesn't have a. I didn't give who it was.
You didn't give a quote.
But this is, of course, Calb in Quest for Glory 3.
Yes. Okay.
Who's everybody's favorite doggy.
Yes, just down the road from Sanford and Son. Yes, indeed. Oxford comma remains
Okay,
optional.
so Cade, what you need to do to win a fantastic prize. I don't think that is even an Oxford comma situation.
It isn't in that situation, but...
Cade, you need to send an email to support@hero-u.net. And that's a hangover from before we were able to get the HeroU.com address. So we kept the support address there on the net. So send it there. Let us know that you are Cade7596 and that you won Phrase Flummoxer. So we'll be able to offer you a fantastic digital prize.
Yes, indeed.
Probably a game code.
Yes, we will offer you a game code. Sir Highbury says, spoilers, the puppies continue to starve because the honorable hero demands Cal only charge him $1 per
One
steak.
copper.
One copper, okay.
Or whatever, whatever the currency
Whatever
was
the
there.
currency was.
1 cent per steak.
Yeah. Did anybody ever figure out what kind of meat Cal was selling? Well, what has Cal won? What has Cade won? Well, yes.
Yes, Jana.
Yes.
What are your
Well,
names?
we are giving away game codes. Nothing new, though.
Yeah, we're giving away game codes. We have some game codes.
Yes.
Watching a couple episodes.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Philipus had job watching Sanford and Son.
I watched Sanford and Son as a kid, and I did appreciate some of that nasty humor.
And
Joke was on the hero. He was
I mostly
eating
did not.
Proach meat. Oh, of course. Now, actually, he was eating. What is it? What do they call
Southern
it?
green?
No, there's a term for the stuff you get out of the jungle. Anything and everything.
Well, roadkill.
Roadkill. You
Could
were
be
eating
roadkill.
the equivalent of roadkill.
It could be roadkill that Cal dragged over to his
No,
stall.
actually, he's supplied by the wild dogs that are the hunters. That Calvin's mother is a wild dog who.
Calvin's mother or Calvin's mother?
Calvin's mother.
Okay.
Is a wild dog, and she mated with Calb after his original wife decided he was not a very good provider to starving puppies.
Aww.
Yes.
Bushmeat. Imported
Yeah,
Dublin
bushmeat.
steak.
That was the word I was trying to think. It was bushmeat. Yes, indeed. Calb is selling old goblin meat. A couple of years prior, Spielberg somehow kept him in good supply of dead goblins. Yes, indeed. Jinx!
You owe me a Coke.
I think we said it at the same time, so I don't know who owed what.
Whoever says first, you owe me a Coke.
No, okay, fine. I owe him a Coke. Okay. Well, we got a new winner, so congratulations.
Yay!
It's nice to have somebody new get something from us.
Maybe I'll put in my, I normally don't actually keep up with my file. Maybe I'll add Cade to that, and that way I'll get the email and remember this.
You'd remember. Yeah, it would be good to keep track of these things.
I don't do a very good job of this. We're not pros.
Yeah, we're so amateur at times.
Live
yes.
stream contest. Yeah, I have a file
Insist
for it,
on
though.
Mexico. Get that actual sugar. Yes, indeed. And you get it in the jar. I mean, the bottle.
Glass
You want
that,
it in a bottle because the flavor of
cans
anything.
totally affect it.
Yeah. The texture of it on your mouth. You
Let's
gotta
say
have
today
that.
is October 23rd, 2021, and we have winner is Cade7596. That'll be a game code or something.
Yes, and that'll be a game code.
Okay.
First time chat from viewer. I want to be a hero. Well, thank you, Go Dappy. We want to make you a hero. Thank you for the childhood memories.
Hooray!
Yes. Well, we're always happy
We were old people when we rode those games.
Well, yes, but we want to make everybody's childhood happy, no matter how old you are.
But we had a young son.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
So we did have a child, so therefore childhood memories are totally appropriate.
Yes, but then again, your childhood doesn't have to end, so you can still have good memories.
Ours certainly never has.
No, it hasn't. We're poor, awful in that respect. So, at any rate, yes, Howl-o-ween. We have the doggies. We have wolves. We have, honestly, I wasn't fond of the design of the monsters in Quest for Glory 4 that were supposed to be canine. I can't remember what they were called.
Sort of jackals.
No,
monsters,
not
no?
in Quest for Glory 4. We didn't have jackals.
Oh no, 4 was more wolves, werewolves.
Once my nephews are a little older, I'm definitely introducing them. Necrotars, thank you. They should have been.
The Necrotars. They were supposed to be dog-like.
They were. Well, they were. They were undead. They should have been undead, really. Well, thank you, Brainiac. Yes, we want you to introduce people to Sierra Games because I think they're a good concept. If you're playing with people, they're a lot of fun. All games are more fun playing with people.
Yeah, so Lori and I played Dungeon Master together with our friend Kanita, and I was the mouse jockey. With the two of them, you had 4 characters in your party in Dungeon Master, so we each took a character, and we decided that it was a role-playing game and that you can kill monsters and eat them in the dungeon, so we decided that each of the characters had his own particular food. The one only ate purple worms and so on. Yeah. And one of them only ate fruit.
Yes, so it makes the game much more interesting, and you're really communicating and having all this social time.
Anyway, so they would yell at me in a panic when we would come around a corner and something would show up and everybody reacted.
Of course, we were playing late at night in a dark room, so that all helped. I bought a copy of the Black Cauldron game.
Never realized an RPG could be spooky.
Opened it with my 6-year-old and showed him some of the gameplay. He loved it. I'm living my childhood while he's living his.
Hooray!
There we go. And I'm fond of the Jackalmen in Quest for Glory 2. The gang attack was really an intense moment. That was the theory. We would have done it a little better if we could actually have done it, you know.
Well, we got close. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just had a problem with memory leaks and that, and so the game would die at the end of the game because of the memory that was lost during the Jackalmen combat. Never saw that.
You want a 386 PC and a CRT model and an IBM Model M? Oh, go all in. You don't have to go for the bad bits. The nice thing about having a second childhood is you can skip the bad parts that you've already had to go through.
Whereas if instead you could get a Sierra game on a cell phone, iPhone or an Android phone that it would actually look about right as far as the resolution, the resolution of the phones today versus the resolution of computer screens back then. And of course, when I started out doing stuff for microcomputers in the late 70s to early 80s, it was the Hercules monochrome adapter was what people used, and black and white screen.
Frostbeard the Dwarf, welcome, says, one thing I've always wondered, was there a game you made which you had to take something out in order to finish it that you really wished you could have kept in every game?
Every single game, yeah.
We cut things literally and liberally when we had to.
So we cut about 8 or 10 rooms out of Heroes Quest, and that was the Goblin Underground Kingdom that I kind of visualize as... would have been like the Peter Jackson's version of the of the Goblin Cave.
I actually imagined it as looking at it. I imagined it as an ant farm. You're looking at it as an ant farm does, you know, with the glass walls as you go through the cave.
You see all these tunnels everywhere.
And you see tunnels everywhere. That's how I imagined it, and you'd still be fighting.
And we definitely would have had a throne room where you get to negotiate with or fight the Goblin King.
There was a Wizard's World in Dragonfire. There was a Wizard's World in Quest for Glory 2.
Yeah.
There was...
it was basically the one in Quest for Glory 2 was going to be Elemental game, and... when they did the remake of Quest for Glory 2 by was that EGDI or something like that?
Anonymous Game Developers.
The Anonymous Game Developers did that. They actually, based on the notes I gave them, made that game, and it ran into the same problem of the reason we didn't include it in the game is the balance was all wrong.
Yeah, it was hard to balance that one.
But
SimCity and the
SimCity, yes. Yes, the SimCity, that was actually based on notes that I gave them about what we were going to do with the elemental thing, but it wasn't quite right. It was almost there. It was so close, you know. We just could have tweaked that a little. We could have made it into a great game. But we stripped it because we didn't have time on Quest for Glory 2.
So we've always had more grandiose
plans. We always designed more than we can build.
Yes. Was the Force Bolt flurry game they had for Keep On Laughing, also based, that was theirs.
That was theirs.
That was theirs. I'll give them that. Yeah, they were very creative, and we were glad that they did.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think we saw it. You know, I think we need to play that game.
I
next
guess so.
time,
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
My story in the AGD Quest for Glory 2, and many people have heard this, was that I started playing it and was absolutely enthralled by the really nice VJ graphics and stuff they had made. And went out into the desert. I was playing a thief character because I was trying to, put it in line with Rogue Redemption. And I discovered that I didn't really know how to play a thief in that game. And promptly the first encounter I had in the desert, I got slaughtered. And I went to restore my game and discovered that there were no auto saves, and I hadn't thought to save it.
Oh, well.
So I just lost a half hour, an hour of gameplay, and I was
Ronald
disgusted.
Dragsta says, good that you cut the submarine part out in Quest for Glory 1. Great illustrating, though. Well,
yeah, we were going to have an entire submarine simulation.
No,
right. Not really.
No, the thing is, whenever with the remakes, we deliberately, or in our case, the one remake we did, we wanted to update the cultural references, because Codename Iceman was, at that point, old game, and we wanted to make sure our game stayed relevant.
So what did you replace it with?
I don't remember. Well, we had
had Nessie, I know.
We had Nessie, and we had the dinosaur.
The one, Earl from the TV show Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That was Richard Aronson's contribution.
Poor Codeman Iceman.
Although I think Richard says that it wasn't his idea, it was actually Jerry Moore, the artist.
It doesn't surprise me. Jerry Moore was great for that. Delphinius from, okay. Mostly, though, the Easter eggs were the creation of the team, not us. I mean, they were surprises.
Yeah, typically
to us.
somebody would be doodling or fooling around, and an artist would
the Persian golfer and things like that.
Yeah.
Those are coming from our team.
Yeah. So the Persian Gulf War was going on at the time of Quest for Glory 2. So they decided to put in a Persian golfer, except he was playing golf instead of.
Yeah.
So a lot of those are just people. We allow the team a lot of freedom, and that's what happened actually with the most frequently asked question is the ad-lib dialogue in Quest for Glory 4 between Hans Franz and Yvonne. That was basically the voice actors said, "Can we do some ad-libbing?" And I said, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah, or kind of.
So laissez-faire game management.
Yes, let them have fun, because our theory is that if they're having fun, then the players will have fun. That's the kind of thing. Let's see.
And the reference still worked for the remake.
That is rather depressing, yes. And we are so glad you did, yes. Well, that's the whole point. We didn't always have fun making our games, but we always...
Yeah, actually, I did some talks on, somebody else that I went to a talk at the Game Developer Conference talked about the fun factor, and it was about quantifying fun. And so I expanded that into a lecture on the fun factor and the idea of looking at like the roller coaster diagram that we used to use of having rising action in the game and then a tremendously exciting drop off and then this slow build up to more action and so on, and trying to have a build throughout the game and kind of graphing out the flavor of the game. But I went through and said, okay, here are the kinds of fun you can have in a game. And you can have fun that's humor, you can have fun that's mastery and accomplishment, and so on. And basically, I tried to, discovery, and I said basically try to graph out at each phase of the game what kind of fun are the players having, and trying to make it so that there was always something new and fun. I don't know how successful we were with that, but we tried.
And the other theory on game design that was early was the theory of the game types of players. That players come into a game and they fall into about 4 different categories.
Yeah. So that was actually originally from Muds.
It was from Muds, and it was from...
what is the guy's name?
No, I'm trying to think. We should know his
Bartle.
name. Bartle, yes.
Yeah,
it's Bartle's theory of gamer personalities.
So he basically had a grid with the 4 corners were like explorers. I think he had griefers and helpers in the same category. It was basically people that really liked to interact with other people. So ones that tried to help people solve quests and so on were really qualitative, very similar to the ones that wanted to destroy the experience for others.
I wasn't sure if he put
think
them
so.
in the same place.
I think he did.
Well, what are the other two?
I don't know.
Well, you'd have to look it up. But yes. Let's see. I haven't actually played the remake, but Quest for Glory 2 is always my favorite, and the combat is the best for that. Wow. Great.
Bartle's...
There is no time for X problems still prevalent in the
taxonomy of player types.
That's it.
Exactly. Okay, here we go. The four categories for Bartle were killers, achievers, socializers, and explorers.
Yeah, he didn't rank killers with
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
So people want to achieve things. They want to solve problems and stuff like that. People just want to see new things and discover and explore. Socializers, that it's all about the interaction with other players.
And helpers. It was also called helpers because they would tend to help.
Helpers. Okay.
Yes.
And then the killers were just out to
grief.
To win. Well, it wasn't even so much to grief as they wanted to defeat other. They measured their success by how much better than other players they did.
Okay.
And so these were all designed for MUDs, but much of it was applicable to single-player games.
Right, and we kept these in mind when we designed games. We knew of this taxonomy. Yeah, we knew of the taxonomy. We tried to make our game designs reflect that the personality types of the players had different goals.
I think they used card game symbols for this because the socializers were a heart, killers were a club because that's what they use. Achievers were a diamond because it was about treasure and rewards, and explorers were the spade because they like to dig.
Now, it says the paper was written in 1996, but we certainly were aware of it before that. So I think he gave a lecture on it at one time before that.
Or maybe it all came later, who knows. Anyway, so I did these things in the fun factor and trying to actually quantize fun. And then we never actually used that for any of our work. Although I tried to draw little charts and stuff, and we never actually really did much with it. But we were cognizant. Oh, and one of our sayings, what I was actually leading into 10 minutes ago, was "Who's having fun?" as part of our lecture, and said that the player must have fun. But one of it was the game creators, the developers, must have fun. Because if the developers aren't having fun, that's going to come across in the game as not fun. If the team is happy and fooling around and having fun making the game, that'll come through in the game as a kind of lightheartedness that will make the game more fun to play. At least that was my theory.
Yeah, the Star Citizen is a unique experience. I will say that it is there's nothing quite like Star Citizen, and that whole process that they're making.
Yes, that was interesting. That was Chris Roberts, who had worked for Origin Systems, doing Wing Commander.
Yeah.
And he really changed the way Kickstarter worked, because the Kickstarter model we worked from was the early concept stage. That was what Tim Schafer did with Double Fine Adventure. Was he basically just said, we're going to make a small adventure game, and then we'll document it and give you guys a video documentary on how an adventure game is made. And he visualized like they do like a 3 or 4 room adventure game or something, and document the process. And what happened instead is that they asked for $300,000 and got $3.3 million, and all of a sudden they had to make a real game, and ended up spending $8.5 million on it. So they had $5 million in deficit financing in that game.
Yeah, and counting. Let's see.
But anyway, I was saying that Chris Roberts completely changed all that, because he came through with the
very polished.
With the what was it called now?
Star
Citizen proposal, and he came in with he probably spent $1 million creating the prototype and the concept video that he pitched.
Yep.
So his pitch video was just a
a
polished advertiser level, commercial level effort. And as a result, got millions of dollars in Kickstarter, but even that was just the tip of the iceberg, because he had investors that he was basically raising money in Kickstarter to demonstrate to the investors there was a market for this, and then they opened up crowdfunding from their website and made I think many tens of millions. I think maybe over $100 million in financing in it.
In a game that isn't.
In a game that still hasn't launched, but they have parts of it out.
Yeah. All right. Somebody says.
So, team of 600 plus people.
Yeah. Quest for Glory and Legend of Zelda molded me into the explorer from an early age. I do have a love to do exploring in games. Final Fantasy and Neurotopia and any other game with so many hidden and alternate paths and solutions.
Neurotopia, I don't know that one.
No. Let's see. Replaying Quest for Glory 1 and getting new stories is also fun. Completionist, but in a way you have different perspectives of the world. That's what we've tried to do is that not
I thought that was a mouse.
No, it's my foot.
We're not at home anymore. I'm used to having mice run over my feet while I'm at my computer.
The concept of that the experience is different depending upon how you play the game and who you play.
Yeah, I mean, what Lori does is she writes 5 or 10 times as much content as you're likely to see in the game in a particular playthrough. And the idea is that if you come back, you'll always find new things.
Yeah, and Brother to Drummer says,
did we have fun?
I hope so.
Yes.
Depends on
depends your definition of fun.
And when and where and how. Because we had horrible times at Sierra that were just awful.
I talked about the roller coaster of the games, but the roller coaster of game development is that at times it is just the absolute high of excitement and working with a team of like minds and wonderful art coming in, amazing music, and at other times it is just drudge work.
It's torture. It's torture. You're dealing with bosses and things like that.
Yeah, bosses.
Yeah,
we didn't really have any bosses at Sierra though, because our bosses.
Yes, we did.
All right. Well, at times at Sierra we didn't have anyone paying.
And we didn't pay attention, but we
had
also...
nobody paid any attention to our games.
No, but we had bosses running around doing things like giving us time clocks, making us be there on a certain specific time. We had the dictatorship there for a while. We had people trying to
even on Quest for Glory 2, we had the dictatorship that we had to make a storyboard and plan out the whole game before we built it.
Quest for Glory 2 was the dictatorship period.
Yeah.
It was awful, but, we still wound up surviving it and keep going, so.
Yep. Ralph Koster, mighty smart guy.
Yes, he is.
Worked in an awful lot of MMOs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's good to know, to think about your audience always. You can't just design in a vacuum.
Okay, I guess this is in relation to Star Citizen.
Yes.
Cade, you're doing that? What?
Yeah, it's Cade, yeah.
Yeah, Cade said, the biggest incident of scope creep was the result of a vote taken in 2014, which was nearly 70 to 30 in favor of continuing to expand and fund.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that people are,
I'm glad they asked.
Yeah, I'm glad they asked, and I'm glad that people are responding. It becomes a process of where the player is a part of the process, which Kickstarter does create.
Yeah. And OSU Brainiac, however, was referring to Broken Age, which is what Double Fine Adventure turned into. And that was basically, we sort of forgot what it cost to make a game because none of us really, have these calculators where we count in inflation. So if it costs $1 million to make a game in 1995, we kind of forgot that that's not $1 million anymore in 2015. Oh. That 20 years later, that's like triple or quadruple the price.
Star Citizen is indeed the longest-running scam of recent history. It's not really a scam, though, because everybody that's contributing it actually knows what they're getting into. They may not get the whole project, but they are, getting something from it.
Yeah, we keep reading this stuff about Space Venture by Mark Rowe and Scott Murphy as being a scam because they still haven't released a game that was advertised in 2012. It's only been 9 years. But they're not scamming anyone either. What they're doing is losing their shirts.
Yes.
And working their tails off and trying to finish a game. And it's really hard to finish a game.
Not a scam. Yes.
And I specifically figure that's not a scam because we had the same accusations in ours. They said we were scamming people with Hero U.
I play role-playing games to improve my skills. My daughter is more of a social player and moved on to other games when she's completed. Yeah, I'm not a social player. I'm an anti-social player. I play online role-playing games.
Yeah, massively multiplayer games alone.
Alone, yes. And what was planned as a few rooms games turned into a 2-part full release. That's
that
the
was
definition
again,
of
that was
scope.
Broken Age.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for raising my standards. Yes.
Speaking of scope creep, we have that with Summer Days at OU, because originally that was going to be one short interactive novel game in which you could play as either Tilly the Rogue or as Feo the Wizard, and that it would basically be like turning the pages of a picture book. And
no, it was Dream Daddy, not
Dream
not a.
Oh, okay, it was a dating game.
It was a dating game, except I couldn't have dates in it because, you know, because JP didn't want us to have any kind of date that was not strictly standard.
Oh, okay, no multi
and
genders
besides,
and stuff.
We wouldn't have had that kind of thing in Tilly's Tale.
But Lori instead wrote the game that she wanted to write, and as a result, she's pretty much finished Tilly's Tale, but we still haven't released it.
And then somebody did Feature Creep that had the voices in it, well, otherwise we would have had it out this year. You know, those are Feature Creep.
Yeah, okay, so I said we wanted voices.
But we still want it.
I don't think the game would have sold without the voices.
Oh, Trolls tried to counter all that negativity, and unfortunately was shouted down. Well, there will always be people that love to put other people down. And there is a huge, Trolls got trolled, basically.
Well, Trolls fought the Trolls.
Yeah, I know,
he was a troll.
But he didn't win. Cade says, content is released and reiterated every quarter these days. Wow. Yeah.
And I think we're back to Star Citizen.
You are, I recognize that.
As some other reviewer once said, I'm just, for the sake of our audience, it's understandable to say that some people feel scammed because the scope changed early on, 2 years in.
But what is going on is definitely not a scam. Yes.
Okay, yay.
I play MMOs basically alone as well, says Dactylopus, yes.
I mean, okay, so Larry Niven and Steve Barnes wrote this book called Dream Park. And a lot of people got inspired. Almost all MMOs are inspired to some extent by the book Dream Park. And because Dream Park was set in the future with technology we still don't have, everyone's always trying to get close to that and can't. And that's why every MMO has feature creep.
I'm not sure that applies at all.
I'm saying Star Citizen, by the time it's released, will probably have virtual reality and maybe physical models of. Well,
when Lucas was making the original Star Wars, he was going to go in and then immediately turn around and do the next three movies in the series, but he had to wait, and life got in the way and things like that. But what he said was that they figured that technology was taking such leaps and bounds that by the time they made the third movie in the series, actually, they figured they'd have hover cars. They'd be able to actually...
in real life,
In real life. So, feature creep, the movie...
Where's my flying car?
Yes, the...
Actually, I'm the reason we don't have flying cars. When we went to buy a car, we decided we were going to get a hybrid, and we ended up getting one of the right color instead. And so we're holding people back to the gasoline era and not getting up to the hover car era.
Oh, well. Voices in game makes for a rich experience when done well. Yes, I couldn't argue with Corey. Corey said, we must have this. And I said, but it's going to take more time. But we must have this. So it did take the time, and it didn't matter.
That's my job as a producer.
Because it got Zara more work, yes. And Zara is an
Sarah Fussell, wonderful.
Yes. I tend to avoid groups and group obligations and MOs. Yes.
Yeah,
that is exactly what I do.
I do rating, and Lori won't touch with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Lucas was right to recognize that technology was moving fast at that time, but not that fast yet, basically.
This technology advance we certainly ran into with Heroes Quest for Glory, because we planned a 4-game series from the start, and there was a slight snag because Sierra didn't like to release games in a series every year. They had every 2 years for a series, so we would have been out in 89 was the first one, 91, 93, and so on. But the first game so exceeded their expectations in sales and demand, they said, get started on the second one immediately. So we went from 89 and then 90, we released Quest for Glory 2, which was way too short of a schedule for that, but we got it out. But at the same time, we ended up smack up against the King's Quest release, and that wasn't so good for marketing and sales.
Yeah, it was bad for sales.
But what happened is we figured that we would come out with these games over the course of
yeah, 5 years.
5 to 7 years.
Yeah, we'd be done. Yay!
And the people just play all the way through it. We didn't know that in the course of 3 years or 2 years, that technology would change so much that we went from 16 color low-res graphics to 56 color high-res, and then a couple years later to voices and CD-ROM and True Color and stuff like that. The old games look really primitive by the time we're up to later ones.
Phantom Beaver points out that this project, the Space Quest's been going on for such a decade, so there's solid possibility that some of the backers pass or won't see the game released in their lifetimes. Yes, that is a problem.
And that was a worry for us, yeah.
Yeah, serious.
One of our major backers and supporters had actually been a Quest for Glory fan before, but really got into our stuff when we did the School for Heroes Online. And she had been in a car accident that left her practically crippled. And she actually used part of her insurance settlement from that to support us.
Wrote
a letter that got us a lot of backers right at the last minute that made Hero U campaign and Kickstarter successful. And we were terrified that she was not going to make it to actually see the game.
So these are serious. We think about these things too. It's not that we want to.
And we're happy to report that she is in fact doing really well. And she has the ahead of the curve on the latest boss in World of Warcraft that I don't have yet.
And I agree that you shouldn't dish out thousands of dollars of virtual content that hasn't been released yet. I think it's probably the Kickstarter model is a very scary one, and it's just not all that viable when it comes down to it. But I think though that maybe Star Citizen's model of being a democracy and people are putting their money in it when they want to is actually an interesting model, and I don't think anybody can do it but Star Citizen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do that way that people do, like installment payments. But
they don't actually contribute
subscriptions.
to changing the subscription. See, that's what makes Star Citizen different, is that the people that are contributing are actually altering how the design goes in that.
So my theory is that the experience of participating in a crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter is a game in itself.
Yes.
And so you're being paid by the fun of watching to see is your project going to make it, and what's in updates and all the other and what the other people are saying.
And we treat Kickstarters as an opportunity to get the fans involved and get them interacting and try to get some great stuff for
much
them.
like this stream and this next contest that we're going to do.
Right, the next contest, which is a Magic Match It game. On that note, it was freaking amazing to watch the YouTube videos of the biggest war in EVE Online. Oh, yeah, I'll bet that was interesting.
$200,000 plus worth of digital content. Ships and fleets were destroyed. Robert Woodhead, who was co-author of the Wizardry games, the first Wizardry series, along with Andrew Greenberg. Their names are in the games backwards, so Robert is Trebor, is the archvillain of Wizardry, and Greenberg is Andrew Greenberg is Weirdna. So Trebor and Weirdna. But anyway, Robert Woodhead was a major. He was on the council for EVE Online.
Yes.
And so he would periodically fly to Reykjavik to participate in council meetings and make decisions about the world. And
so he was involved in that giant YouTube EVE Online experience where they had the massive.
They've had a few. They've had a few of those major wars. So yeah, this is Magic Match It.
I don't know if that's the first one or not. Let's see. At any rate, yes, this game is the match game. This game, you're trying to figure out what the image is and who is on the image below what you've got going here. I haven't toured Turk in a while. I get the feeling he's gunning for me, yes.
Okay, we have opened the queue. You can, OSU is the first one in, and you can open that queue by typing exclamation
point
play.
It's a mighty Magic Match It game, yes.
And we're going to do, I'm going to take this off just for a second to make sure that the screen's right, because we had problems. Yes, it is.
If I could add a new entry into the Quest for Glory series, but not an adventure RPG, what genre would you choose? Well, it wouldn't be an adventure
game. Probably
game.
Wouldn't be Quest for Glory.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't be in that series.
Yeah, I mean, I did Castle Dr. Brain, which was most distinctly not Quest for Glory, but we later did a tie-in and made Dr. Cranium and Quest for Glory 4.
Should I avoid playing since I just went, no, this is all about fun. If you win again, wow,
Yeah,
congratulations.
you'll get your double prize. You'll get something,
Yeah.
I figure it's like the going to the county fair and you're in the game area this side, what's it called? What's the game?
The arcade area.
The arcade area. Anyway, so you're playing game, and so you get a little tiny Kewpie doll if you win once, but if you win twice in a row, you get a bigger prize.
You get a bigger Kewpie doll, and you have to win 200
and then
times.
if you want to win the big lion, you got to win 100 times.
You've already contributed $50 towards it.
Or 500, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. At any rate, this is a match game. You're going to name 2 coordinates, and we'll reveal the card.
Yes, this is a cross between Battleship and Concentration.
Yeah, because somewhere there's a Mr. Turk to catch you. Yeah.
So, Mr. Turk, we're going to have characters from Tilly's Tale, Summer Days in here.
Hey, I got a plastic horse the first time I played in those games. Yeah,
I went to Expo 67 in Montreal, and while my parents were going to the different exhibits, I spent the whole time playing skee-ball. And I had a poodle I wanted to win, and I eventually, after 4 days of playing skee-ball for hours a day, I don't know how many quarters I went through, I eventually did win my poodle.
Okay.
My toy poodle.
I built up to a brass horse.
Ooh,
mine. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, any rate.
The Midway.
No. Not the Midway. It's a sideshow. It's the fair area.
Whatever.
Yeah. At any rate,
let's play this game. I am going to close this queue, even though we only have 7 people in the queue, because some people did not type !play. It might be the Midway.
Well, the Midway is mostly the rides, I thought. At any rate, just...
All right, here we go. First 3.
Pick 3.
We got OSU, Dactylopus, Blaston, Craston. Give me
some
coordinates.
Give us our coordinates.
For instance, C4 is a coordinate. I will need 2 coordinates. And we will reveal what is under those.
And you don't have to do them at the same time.
And if you get a match, then we'll reveal what's under the card.
Yep.
B3 and C4.
B3.
Down to the right to C4.
Moo Ella.
Moo.
And C4.
Willa. That is not a Turk.
It is not a Turk, and that is the image underneath.
And by the way, it's a scrambled image, and so you got to figure out what the original image is of the scrambled image.
Yes. Yeah.
The Midway is where the games will be found. Yes.
Yeah. The Carney section of the
yeah, but it's called the Midway.
Holy
OSU gets to go again.
Yes. Pun intended. Yes, it is the Holy Cow.
In fact, that's all of the Muella images on there, so you got the whole cow.
Yeah.
How about a C3 and a B4?
C3.
That is Terry.
Tabby.
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 Oh, Tabby.
And Fritz. And while they go together...
They sort of go together. They're both from Spielberg, but...
No. Tabby is his familiar.
Tabby is Fritz's familiar.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, all right, so...
We better move on to Dactylopus.
It's Dactylopus's turn.
I ran out of drink and I'm getting sore throat.
Okay, well, drink some of mine, which is just cold tea at this point in time. Still no Turk. Yep.
No Turk.
Turk has not been found.
So everyone is supposed to remember what you saw under those coordinates, because they'll stay there.
Yes, if you're paying attention. Or if you're... Lucky D for me, I'm shocked. Yes.
C2A5.
C2.
C2.
Rodrigo.
A5. And you have Sitari, the cat musician.
They do not match, and so we're going on to Blast and Craston.
They're both from Summer Days.
What happens if you find Turk? You lose your turn.
You lose your turn.
And Turk's lovely
but if
face.
2 people find
Turk's lovely face will glare at you for the rest of the game
until somebody else finds a Turk, at which point we'll reveal what's underneath the 2 Turks. We're up to Blast and Craston. And then I'll pick 3 more names.
Yes, you will.
Click, click, click.
And after Blaston, we have Schumann. I keep thinking Mighty Match It.
Mighty Match It.
And Blaston did D5 at A1.
D5.
Sitari.
You want to change your second guess, Blaston? Somebody thinks that we maybe saw a Sitari before.
Yeah, we did. This is a particularly obscure image under there, I have to say.
It is. You did a really good job of scrambling it this time. Nobody will ever get this.
I'm pretty sure we'll have to reveal the whole thing before anybody can figure it out. And then
so, Blaston, you can say A5. Okay.
A5.
And you are correct. That's where the other Satori
was. And there we reveal 2 more images.
And you get to go again.
Yeah.
So, Shu and 3D Blast keeps thinking Mighty Match It, and there is an arcade game that was a boxing game where the game has a voice in it and keeps saying Body Blow, and we always misheard that as Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow.
Yes.
A6 and maybe D1. A6 is Rodrigo. Do you remember where Rodrigo is? He's doing pretty good at getting past ones.
Yeah.
Let's see, remember the other Rodrigo. Usually I don't pay enough attention to remember whether people got things
or not. whether we even revealed them before.
Says C2.
Correct. Yes.
Good memory.
I think that was the arcade version of Punch-Out. No,
yes, I think you're right. Yes, I think so.
Okay.
And they had early digitized voices which were not too clear.
Which were awful, yeah.
Okay, Blaston, go again. Maybe you just want to give us one square, and then you can decide the second one.
B5, which he is.
B5. There is Calvin, son of Calb. The chef.
Ooh, Gabby J in 12 seconds.
Gabby J. I don't know what Gabby J is.
No, poor Gabby. Okay.
Blaston, we need a match for B5.
B1.
B1. Okay. Nope, that is a fail.
Okay.
That means we move on to Schumann 3D Blast, who keeps thinking Mighty Match It. Mighty Match It. Followed by Lorian Wise and Phantom Beaver.
Punch-Out on SNES. First opponent, very easy to knock
Oh,
out.
that was Gabby J? Okay.
B2.
And
C5.
Oh, Dirk.
Yeah. Now we get glared at for the rest of the game. Congratulations, you found Turk.
And Lorian's turn.
You don't get to see your second coordinate, because Turk has to glare at us for a while. Yep, you got him.
Did you expect anything different, Truman? Usually it's OSU who gets those.
Yep. Sorry, I was close. Yes, you
yes,
were.
You tried.
You were off by 1. Yes.
OSU has
A2 and A3.
A2 and Brute. That is Sammy.
And that is the
Hero U.
He looks so disappointed in you.
As he's...
And you always want to do.
Yeah, well, you're not bribing him enough, so yes, Phantom Beaver is up. It's the magic equivalent guessing Q and Z.
Yes, indeed. I'd laugh if the other... yes. Was C5, yes. It would be funny.
Because C5 was his other guess, but we won't know yet.
Gotta find the corners. A1.
A1.
Is Tilly.
And D6 is
Kitty.
Kitty. They're both female. They match in that sense.
Okay, that was a Phantom Beaver, so we're at
We need more names.
Cade.
Cade, 7596.
And it's your turn to give us 2 coordinates.
And I'm going to reopen the queue. Everybody needs to type exclamation point play again. B5, D4.
B5?
Wait. D4, D4. Dirk!
And as a result, we reveal
2 more squares.
2 more squares.
And Turk is no longer glaring at us.
Now, thank you for getting rid of
Alright, we've got a few players. Let's get some more players.
You cleared the board of Turks.
And Schumann 3D wants to play.
Went off that one as well. Yes, you were. Turk is defeated. Yes.
Turk is gone. Okay, I'm going to close the queue at just 5 entries. Oh, 6. The 6th one came in just at the last second.
All right.
That's perfect, because I'm going to pick the first 3 are OSU, Dactylopus, Phantom Beaver.
Off by one for Turk, off by one letter for the other. Yes, off by one number. And
so
one
you're just
by
off today, OSU?
I guess. You'll get me again sooner or later, yes. Speaking of which, pick some coordinates. And
that's like Russian roulette, where you're off by one chamber is might as well be off all the way.
Yeah, he'll get you again if you keep doing it.
D3, D3 and C5. D3 is Tilly. Do you want to change your second guess, OSU?
You should have done that with Cade.
Oh, was he somebody that had been revealed? I didn't remember.
Yes, he did. Let's see, we don't pay attention, General. But Cade found Turk as a result, so therefore he cleared it.
A1 is Tilly. You're correct. I remembered that one.
Yeah, I did too. Okay.
All right, now this picture is practically revealed.
Yes.
Can anyone guess what it is and who it's about?
Not quite.
Probably not. Keep going, OSU. Give me another coordinate. Give me just one, and then we'll tell you if it matches.
We'll have to reveal the whole thing before anybody can figure it out.
Stick with C5. Okay, C5. That is a Feo. Do you know where the matching Feo is?
Any break? So.
Just so things, because there's about a 5 to 10 second lag from when I speak to
B1.
So you kind of have to anticipate. Yep. Very good.
Feo.
You may go for another coordinate.
There we go. 2 more squares revealed.
You practically got the whole thing. Lori did a really good job of hiding it this time, so.
I had to. It was too obvious otherwise. But, yeah.
It's so obvious!
Yes, I know.
D2. There's a U. You got the other U?
Had to be you.
I think I've seen the other U.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it is, but.
Don't you remember?
Try to remember.
Actually, I can clear the board.
Okay, well, let's get the second U. A3.
A3. All right. Clear the board.
Okay, let's get another coordinate. Or 2 if you remember both, but I don't think we have them all.
No, we haven't got them all, so let's see if he can... C1.
C1 is Sammy. Sammy has come up.
Mm-hmm. The hardcore challenge. The hardcore is when you do it from the beginning. But
got one of each left. Okay, cool.
I see. Yeah, A2.
A2. That sounds right.
There we go.
There's the Sammy.
There's the Sammy.
Okay, you've matched Sammy's. Give me another one that hasn't been picked then. There's a thumbs up from Cade and somebody's face that I don't recognize.
Yeah, I don't recognize that either.
C6. There's
Calvin.
I think he's right. We do have one of each left.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I remember one of the coordinates.
Yeah.
There. See, people
Mind
actually
you,
pay attention.
we would never be able to play this. Yeah, we're just.
I'd take notes.
Yeah.
B5. There's the Calvin.
There he is. Okay, we've revealed 2 more squares of this mess. Twitch has many random face emotes. I see. They're just random, weird. B6?
B6 is Fritz. Well, we picked B6 before.
Obviously we
Okay, where's the matching square? Fritz. I think that's where it was, so I'm not sure. He may have picked one that we already had.
No, we didn't have that one. I'm sure he could show us. Okay, B4.
B4?
See?
That's a double Fritz, okay.
It is.
That's a Hey Guys.
Hey Guys, I see.
Hey now. Ooh, I like that one.
Oh, that's funny.
Ha-ha Doge.
The Ha-ha Doge.
That definitely belongs, Kate. That belongs in this particular Howl-o-ween
It
stream.
does. D1.
D1
is
Tabby.
Tabby.
Okay, I know where that is.
Yeah, I know, and I think we can clear the
And for
board.
that, I think I can figure out where the other two are.
Yeah, I think so. All right, what is that one called?
That one looks like a Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, okay.
Looks like a cat, though. More than a bat.
Looks like a bat.
C3, he thinks. I believe you're correct. And then you probably get the last 2 squares. Should we just give it to him? Or do you want to guess the image first before I reveal the last 2 squares?
I don't think that
Once I reveal the last squares, after a few seconds, it will give it. Can the picture only be from Hero U or QFG? It is from a game we did.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Shannara, could be Mixed Up Fairy Tales, it could be Castle Electro Brain. Is it the Inn in Quest for Glory 1?
No.
No.
Oh, there's one that belongs in this thing,
yes,
too.
That dog is Franker Z.
I see. It looks like a doggy to me.
All
right, let's reveal the last two. I still haven't figured it out well.
Boom.
Anybody, now it's anybody's game.
Okay, you got 3 seconds to guess this. That's too hard.
Ta-da!
It is Calvin in the Kitchen.
It makes me think of Conquest of the Longbow.
So it's actually, it is actually the kitchen in Summer Days at Hero U, but that's the same as the kitchen in Hero U. It's just, the colors keep mudding my mind.
Yep, it was a muddy thing.
All right, so that means we get to pull, well, we could give it to OSU for running the board, I think, wins.
Okay, fine.
All right, you don't have to guess the image for...
oh, there's a Corgi.
Oh, that Corgi is Corgi Derp.
Ah, okay. That was very obscured. Yes, it was.
Yes, especially since we haven't released the game yet.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That was obscured in many, many dimensions.
OSU, I don't remember. Are you a backer of Summer Days at Hero U? Because I think we should give you a Summer Days key.
I think he has that.
Yeah,
anyway, but we will give you a wallpaper. There's a, oh my dog!
Oh my dog!
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my dog!
Oh, so you sent something to support, and we'll give you something.
I did, yes. Just send it to support. We'll throw something your way, but not for a key.
Not a key?
You didn't get a key? I thought you couldn't possibly support anything without getting a key.
You got the Hero U big box.
Oh.
He didn't support it for the key.
Ah, okay. Here's a doggy.
That's a cute doggy. That's a Perillo Pixie.
Looks like someone. Hi, Evil Mirror.
GlitchCon 2020 and 21 months. What's this? GlitchCon. I heard about GlitchCon, but can't think of it.
Oh, well, we did not participate. We don't have a lot of emotes ourselves.
Yeah, so like in Discord, every time I try to use an emote that isn't one of the ones from that particular channel, it tells me I need to upgrade my membership or something.
I see.
Which perhaps I ought to, because I do use Discord so much.
Is that an ugly dog? It looks. Oh yeah, it's the very ugly dog. Rackadank. Yes. It's a trash dog.
2020, bye guys. Rip Cheer 100. I like that one.
Yeah,
that's very Halloween.
Good. That's very Halloween. Does anybody else have any Halloween?
But I was trying to.
I'm
trying to remember something though. I'm trying to remember to come over to this.
Oh, and put down who
and
won?
Put in OSU.
$50 for the no tier and receive the big box. Okay, good.
Okay, so what you're saying, OSU, I believe, is that you do have a key for Tilly's Tale. You just didn't support it for the key. You supported it because you wanted a big box.
Yeah. Have a nicely designed big box for Tilly's Tale.
There's probably secrets here that I shouldn't reveal.
No, you shouldn't.
I might have somebody's address in there.
Oh, you might, yeah.
That means everybody who catches that will send presents to Roberta.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be unhappy about that.
Okay. We have played all the games.
Yes, we have.
We have 5 minutes left in the stream.
To talk. No key to my knowledge. Well, dang!
Oh, well, you'll send me a key.
We'll send you a key. In fact, you can get the beta key. We can give you the beta release. We're going into
Summer
beta.
Days beta key.
Going into beta right now, soon enough.
We're going into early access is what they call it.
Early access.
We're going to have it on early access on Steam, then everybody will be able to throw money at us for a game that may eventually be released.
Yeah. So,
and the only reason it's early access, other than the fact that we haven't had nearly enough testing, is that we want to have it for...
It's been open alpha, yeah.
Well, it's been tested some on Windows, but it has not been tested on Linux. It has not been tested on Macintosh, on Android since early on iOS.
Okay.
So, by making it early
I
access.
mostly finished my latest Hero U playthrough, and I'll be happy to poke at Summer Days for a bit.
Excellent.
Well, it's very fast, so you can poke all you want.
So you have a Linux or a Mac system?
Yeah, really. Any rate, for the rest of you, happy Halloween!
Oh!
And remember that...
Well, let's hear your Hal.
Not bad, Hal. Remember that next week is Halloween, and we are having a live stream on Halloween Eve where we play Quest for Glory 4.
The actual Halloween is October 31st, which is Sunday of next week, but we're going to start on Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. But it'll already be early on Sunday in Europe and Asia.
Cade says that he'd be happy to have a Linux version of things. If you have a Linux, you won something today. You could win the Linux version of the Summer Days beta key. And we will be happy to give you that.
So we should give him the same one?
Yes, give him the same thing. So we will send you a Summer Days beta key.
Or did he say it was already on? Oh no, the stream is already over? Oh, it's barely begun. The stream is almost over.
It's almost over. We have 2 minutes to go.
I hope we're still going. Let's see. It looks like it's still going.
Yes. It's not over yet, but it's next week that we will be having.
Yeah, next week we're starting at 6 p.m. instead of 2 p.m.
Can I recommend a channel to raid? Yes, you may.
You may recommend a channel.
Happy we love to raid somebody.
And we have 40 viewers here.
Yeah.
Prize buddies.
Woohoo! You guys get the same prize.
Okay, so remember, support at hero-u.net.
Yeah, you have
to. Send me things, because otherwise I'll forget about you.
Yes, but please send us your address, your email address, so we can send you these things.
Still put it Evermore Rise to Obviously desktop. Well, Lori has all kinds of problems with her Windows 10 computer, so she'd probably approve, but I think it's hardware.
Yeah, really. Okay, my friend could use some cheering up, and is a great streamer and a real sweetheart.
Okay,
yes.
What is the topic of the stream, Sir Highberry? Is it appropriate?
Yeah. We will not raid a pantyhose. Yes.
What?
Panty race. Hers is Pajama Mama.
Pajama Mama.
Yeah.
Pajama Mama? Is it pajama or pajama? Is that spelled right with an R?
This is a year of Linux on the desktop.
I should check that just to make sure it's appropriate before I send it.
She's playing horror games for all of October. Well, that's good.
Okay, twitch.tv.
It is Pajama Mama with the R.
With the R, okay. I'm just going to check that out because it's not one with which I am familiar. Pajama Mama. 3 Mas.
Mama?
Pajama Mama. There's Mama.
We'll get a commercial right away.
Night with Night.
Night with Night. Okay.
Okay, variety streamer.
She's England and
okay, that's RPGs and horrors and shooter games and stuff. So, all right, we're going to do that. We're going to /raid Pajama.
That is noisy. We do not want the noisy.
Here it goes.
Okay.
See
you a week. Are you going to do custom? We'll do...
what did I do wrong?
Huh?
Maybe I have to do that.
You have to do that.
/raid space.
This is the way to the entrance.
There we go. Thank you for streaming.
No, it says it's invalid username. It will not let me go there.
That doesn't make sense. It's giving the HTTP. See you for Howl-o-ween. Yeah. We want a raid, though. Evil Mira is gifting a tier 1. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, there's got to be a different way to do it. We're trying to get that.
Okay.
Invalid username. Maybe /raid isn't the right command? /raid. Okay.
Yeah. Channel.
The name of the channel. What is the name of the channel? It's
Pajama Mama. It does say that.
Maybe it needs the capitals.
Maybe. What a nuisance.
I've gone to the left this time.
Well, it probably won't work this.
I'm getting around that way.
It's intended to mature audiences.
Okay, it is intended for mature audiences. Don't go there if you're immature.
Yeah, no immature people
33 viewers already.
All right, thank you.
34.
Raid is case sensitive seems to be.
We have discovered, yes.
And she is doing a shooter, and she's going to shoot something in this scary,
it's going to be a scary game.
Room.
All right, are we ready to raid?
No, immature is definitely allowed. Yes, raid. Go,
5,
raid now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Raid now.
And we have raided.
Okay, we're warming up.
We have raided. Yay!
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
I don't know if they see me anymore.
I don't know. I don't think they do. We could close ours. End screen.